of protection and my con and my dex, I would still be at 18 or 17, and it just wouldn't. Like I tried. I'm really bad at crunching numbers, so maybe I missed something, but like because I'm terrible at min-maxing or optimizing. But I like for me, it just didn't seem worth it.
But do you have tough?
So I just kept. No.
Or in your previous.
She's got.
Before
She's. I know she had resilient dex and resilient. Now she only has resilient wisdom because she has. She's got a lot of feats, but just great weapon master.
I thought like your version of the tank was like, oh, I just have a lot of HP, and if I hit 0,
really good
I
saves.
just have like really good saves and like the relentless rage or whatever.
I do have to check if my I know she's kind of an odd barbarian, but I have to check if my ring of protection is actually affecting my saves on my sheet. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, yeah, because my dex is plus 2. Yeah, cool. For a second, I was like, oh no, I don't even know if that's been applying. Yeah, because she's got. Oh no, I didn't click my dex saving throw because I have no. Wisdom saving throw should be checked because she's resilient wisdom. I don't know why that's unchecked. But yeah, she's got resilient wisdom. She's got sentinel. She's got the great weapon master.
If only we had tunnel fighter, then sentinel would go crazy.
I know it definitely it was definitely like a more of a flavor thing for her, especially early on when she was like the wolf totem and everything, and just very much like hated when enemies got away from her and stuff. So she ended up taking that, but it also adds the +1 to the is it con? So, but it does come in handy. There have been some really good moments with that. But it does work better if you have the pole arms and stuff.
Okay. I guess, I don't know about Glenn, but yeah, we should probably at least get things going. So, Estrella, you would be up for doing journal. I saw your note, so I added the point that I had missed for you. I think that's what your note was, right?
Probably.
Yeah, I believe I missed one of your journals, so I added that.
You just got really, really quiet for me. Is that just me?
Am I quiet?
It sounds okay to me.
Normal.
Sounds okay. Something happened with my computer. You guys are really quiet all of a sudden. Let me.
Uh-oh.
All right. Well, but you
again. What the heck was that?
What happened?
Sorry. For some reason, you guys got really, really, really quiet, and then it just
went back.
Changed back. So yeah.
It's weird. But you said you are okay doing the scribe thing.
Yes.
All right. And
I realized what happened. I had my Apple Home pulled up in another tab, and when I switched Windows, my home security cameras have audio, so that's what was happening with my sound. Anyway.
No worries. But Garen, you were the previous scribe, right?
Yeah.
All right. You want to give us a recap of the events of last time?
Sure. Session 227, the 37th of summer. After leaving the Hag Malarca, we returned. Malakara. We returned to Fort Revkar. Malak. I sit around near Uslag, and things are a bit weird, to say the least. But I mean, okay, well, I can't really say I'm upset with Uslag. Out of everyone, she did give me the health potion and tried to secure the group's escape. It's just, well, look, I get it's complicated, and it has me feeling downcast a bit. To break us from this sort of trance, we finally do get some good news, as one of the druids that Astray has been working with has come up with a way to deal with lower levels of corruption. He goes out of his way to show us his work, much to mine and Glenn's irritation. Glenn goes out of his way to be obtuse and to troll the druid, to which he doesn't even realize. top it off, Glenn starts to play Valor, or apply Valor about the mythical Muffin Man. Now, honestly, I can't suppress the urge to laugh anymore. Glenn really cracks me up, and I do admit it's nice to have a lighthearted moment finally. Does feel a bit of a weight getting lifted. I'm not really a person to carry grudges, and it does feel good to crack a smile. All that's left for us is try and apply the ritual and test out its effectiveness. We choose the corrupted graveyard of the horses to try out the ritual. After fighting some of the trees, we managed to subdue them non-lethally and apply the ritual successfully. It does finally seem we're able to make progress in fighting the corruption. MVP Estrella.
All right. So, I believe the group was about to follow these treants back to their grove, right?
Yes, I think we were,
Yeah.
were either there or heading there at the end of last session.
I think we were about to leave. I, for some reason, remember you guys discussing something before you left, but that might be.
Yeah, they presented us with the ring of free action as a thanks. I don't know if they did that in their grove or
That was
at the
before they
site.
left.
Okay.
One of the trees just had that on them, I believe. Because actually, where is your token? Oops. Well, I just
Oops.
left the game. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Where's the group's token? That's weird. Oh, no, you definitely are not back. Wait, did you go back? No, I don't think you did. In my notes, you had just.
No,
We
we're
were
still.
gonna we were gonna go see the druid next, so I don't think we went back.
Yeah, you were just on your way to their grove. That's the last notes I have. Okay. So you're following these treants. Let me know if anyone's doing anything. But they would lead you south a bit. It's taking them a little while. Obviously, the treants don't really care much about, being swift in their actions. So they are slowly leading you through this huge jungle / forest area. About 2 hours pass, and you are still walking.
And just give Estrella that. What are we doing? Look.
It's a little further than I expected.
You want to say something?
Or
just
maybe I'm
keep
just not
going?
used to.
Honestly, I forget why we are following them.
Okay.
They just asked you to follow them.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
to introduce you to the other druids or something, or the other.
I mean, I guess
Alright.
that's good if we can maybe teach them
yeah,
the ritual or just see what they know. That would be good.
I'm down to.
I don't mind the change of pace. This is a nice stroll. Feels good to have had a win for once. Feels like every fight we've had the last few days has been a little more dire than I would like. So
So yeah, I would just be looking at the vegetation and following the treants. Probably asking them, like, peppering them with questions about like various plants or whatever that I see along the way.
Alright, so yeah, the trees would be happy to very slowly speak and explain or talk about all the small plants and point out things as they travel. They happily continue marching, and after about another hour, you would come to kind of a valley area in the distance, and you would see a bunch of movement. This might be it. So I assume you follow them in.
Sure.
yeah, all seems well and Nothing seems off,
Okay.
I assume.
Seems like it. The trees seem surprised as these other trees arrive. They start speaking. I forget what do trees speak. They speak. Okay, so I would assume they're speaking Sylvan. Does anyone understand
Oh.
that?
Yes, I believe I do.
Okay.
So yeah, they seem. You're listening to the conversation. They would seem surprised and happy that these treants are back, thinking that they were kind of lost due to the corruption. And they explain basically what your group did. The other treants sort of looking down on you. And they would say in Sylvan, fleshy ones, do you speak our language?
I do. I understand you quite clearly, I would respond in Sylvan.
So,
Just like we'll just look to Estrella, questioning.
All you.
What are they saying?
This is good
Do you
to
speak
hear.
the common tongue?
That's a good question. Whoops. Do they speak the common tongue? So where did my picture go? There it is. Why are you not? Hang on. One moment.
Oh, it says that common, druidic, elvish, and sylvan.
Oh, are you looking at their stat block? How dare you?
Oh, I wasn't looking. I honestly didn't look at anything except the languages.
Alright. So he will say, yes, we do speak the tongue of your people, though we have not
so I would just
had
say,
to
like,
use it in many, many centuries, as we do not speak
well, you speak
with
it very.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry.
So you're
Is
like,
he saying
speaking
this
too
in
slow, and you start like talking over him. Like, yeah. Come on, speed it up, old man. But yeah, he says, we have not had to speak with your kind in many centuries.
Well, I'm glad to be the first in such a long time. My companions here don't speak the beautiful Sylvan tongue, so if you don't mind using the common tongue.
He says, of course. It seems we owe you greatly for helping our people. And you hear or probably hear and feel very large footsteps as a much bigger looking treant is kind of walking past the others. With a strange, almost looks like a wooden staff in his hands that could itself be a fairly large tree. As he puts it down, you see the roots of the tree kind of just like attached to the ground. And he would say, hello there. I am Elder Veyrath, Oakfather. It is good to meet you. I have not seen humans in many, many centuries. Wait, we do have humans in this group, right? Yeah, Uslog.
I think we're all humans
Yeah,
except
we're
for Glenn.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought Glenn was. No, he's elf, isn't he?
Yeah.
He is.
Half elf? Or
Well,
He might be a
I think
half-elf.
story-wise half elf, but I think technically elf now.
But the elder kind of looks over all of you and says, how were you able to free my people? And you notice all the other treants now kind of backing up a bit, almost like being reverent towards him and letting him do the talking.
Well, it has taken us some time to identify how to cleanse this corruption, but we did find a way. We are still working on furthering our findings to affect some more strongly corrupted or more longer corrupted things. But for now, it's a start, and we are eagerly sharing this knowledge with any denizens of your world who wish to know the process and may be able to utilize the ritual themselves? Do you or your tribe have shamans among you, or your grove have shamans among you that might be able to learn an arcane ritual?
While this might be surprising, long ago I was a human. He says, my study of druidic magics drew me further and further into a connection with the world of Gaian. Eventually, I ended up leaving to come to the Feywild, and I was given this form as a gift by the nature spirits. He says, I can do many magics and rituals. He says, this magic that cleansed my people, can you share it with me?
Indeed, but there is a particular component that you may have to find for yourself, as we do not have them plentifully, but perhaps the knowledge of you and your people will come to a idea of how to, how to make that happen. But yes, let's start setting up the ritual.
He says, what is this component?
Yeah, so I would explain you must have some container or vessel that can contain a great deal of necrotic energy. We happen to have something like this from our travels, but we have only the one, and we wish to continue using it for our for us to continue the ritual as we encounter corrupted beings. But if you can create or obtain some sort of container of your own that's capable of holding dark magic, then that would probably allow you to do this ritual as well.
He kind of nods and says, I do not have such a container, but perhaps I can find something. He says, if you have time and you possess this container, I do have some members of my grove who are corrupted. Could you cleanse them of the corruption?
Certainly, and that will be a way for me to teach you the ritual at the same time. Let us begin right away.
Thank you. So he'll lead you further into the valley and kind of cordoned off in a smaller sunken section of the land. There are several kind of sickly looking trees that have lost much of their leaves and seem like they are not doing well. You do notice signs of the corruption, though not the late stages of it that you're used to seeing. These must have been infected more recently. He says, I don't know what happened to them, but they've become unable to communicate and are starting to show signs of madness. Please, can you help them?
Of course. I would begin the ritual and, and explain things along the way as I can, or,
All right.
make sure he can see what I'm doing. Yeah.
You start the Cleanse Darkseed ritual. Do you have the 100 components you can use?
Yes, I believe so. Let me see how much I still have in my inventory. I still have 490 nature and primal, so I'll use 100 from that.
All right. So,
They don't have any they can provide for us.
well, they can provide her type because she uses
I
arcane,
see.
I believe.
No, I can use all three.
Oh,
I can use nature, container,
well,
or
is Uslag saying this or anyone?
No,
Okay.
no, Uslag wouldn't know anything about that, really.
All right. So you use some of your own components as you start to channel energy into the area, setting up the crystal container. And as the time passes, you finish the ritual, and once again, it seems almost like a blast of radiance kind of comes over the two trees, and a dark corruption is pulled forth from them, joining the rest of the corruption in your vessel. It is, oh, amazing. Thank you.
of course. I would take as much time as it needs to go over the ritual until he's sure he has it done.
All right, so he'll ask if you can spend maybe a couple of hours showing him the intricacies.
It is most gratifying to meet your people and make further allies on this plane who can help us in opposing this corruption.
All right, so you are going to spend a few hours on that?
I'm down.
Yeah, I was like could tend to some of her wounds or whatever while we wait. 'Cause
Yeah, you can spend a short rest if you'd like.
short rest, yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the
I
first
got hit
hour,
by a couple crits.
It's
Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, the first hour would pass, no issue. So go ahead, you can short
Okay.
rest.
why can I not find anything? There we go.
Why?
Yeah, I just had a refresh, so I then like lost everything. I was like blind for a moment. I couldn't see where
Let's see, tree and grove.
is. Ooh, nice rolls.
I'll say this does add some faction. So I'll say it earns you another 2 points of faction with them. Teaching them the ritual. So you'd be at 5 now.
Excellent. And I'm afraid we cannot spend a great deal of time here among you, as we do wish to continue our work. But I will be back to visit you one day. I'd like to hear more about how you came to take this form.
This is where will you go, if you don't mind me asking?
We met a dark druid further to the east who has been researching this corruption as well. We don't fully know his purposes or alignment, but he does seem to want to stop this corruption, so we intend to teach him this ritual also.
You speak of Dal Reese.
Indeed. What do you know of him?
There's almost a little bit of sadness, as he says. He was a friend of mine long ago.
Was?
While I would not consider him an enemy, I believe his obsession with the corruptions of the world have tainted him. I knew he had come to the Feywild, as he had sent me messages asking questions of the corruption. I was not willing to allow him in my grove, as I do not trust him. He says the corruption is too dangerous to chance.
Understandable. Your grove teems with life, and he is rather obsessed with the opposite.
He says, I had wondered where he was. Could you tell me a bit about your encounter with him?
Well, he wanted us to do him a favor, and initially we didn't want to, so we left, but then we went back because we needed some root from him, and so then we tried to do the favor for him, but he didn't give us any intel, and it was actually quite painful.
So, I mean, you don't have to go through the whole story of your encounters, but would you speak favorably of him? Would you speak kind of neutral, or would you speak kind of poorly of him? How would you
I would
talk
speak
about
neutral.
it? Okay, so just kind of, he doesn't piss us off, but he's not like our best friend. All right.
I mean, we were definitely unhappy with the lack of intel after that lich encounter, but so maybe I might show some irritation at that
Yeah,
point.
I mean, Uslug's kind of keeping it quiet because she doesn't want to, she doesn't want to ruin the.
But I would make it.
Yeah,
I would make it. Yeah, I would make it clear that I'm down to befriend anyone who is against the corruption, and that's kind of the path that we're sort of taking.
He listens, kind of nodding as you speak, and then he would say, oh wait, let me check something. That's in the wrong spot. He would say, I know you must be very busy. This ritual is quite important to the Feywild. I'm impressed with the magics you were able to discover. But there is something I would like to ask of you and your group. This is the corruption when it came here took us by surprise. As there are many more of my people missing, but one in particular. This is my partner, who I came here with, who was also in treant form, was corrupted by this disease. She wanders aimlessly far to the west of here. My people and I are worried about approaching her because the corruption could easily spread, while you seem to be more resistant. Your people, if you are able to get close to my treants without it affecting you. I imagine this has something to do with you being from Gaian?
I know not.
As well.
It might have something to do with our being Zatian. She's just trying to see if he knows what that is. She doesn't think he would, but...
So he pauses a moment. He says, oh, you are powerful indeed. He says, I have not spoken to Zatian in many, many centuries.
Powerful maybe, but still just as vulnerable against this corruption, though it doesn't seem it affects us the same way.
This
It's
makes
been very,
sense.
very dangerous for us.
The Zatian often have strange defenses to things that would normally be much more fatal. He says, I mentioned my partner because I do not want her to wander affected by the madness of this blight any longer. Do you think you could save her or at least put her down? Or do you not have enough time?
I think we should save her.
Indeed.
As long as she's remembering, like, oh my gosh, I forgot his name.
The dragons.
The dragons.
He says,
Yeah, Garen's
it's
like,
Part of one of our
that's-
specialties.
It is, yeah, bringing love together. Of course, that we will. It is the right thing to do to reunite you with those you care about.
So you
Will
might
one of your-
remember something here. Intelligence check DC 12.
Oh. Try.
If anyone
Just
wants to.
Garen or
Any
anyone.
of you. So you do remember that you were told the ritual does not affect more powerful creatures, such as the Stormlord. So you're not sure
yes.
if it will affect this this druid who might be very powerful, like the treant before you.
I think I would have, like, part of my story would have, because when I first started talking to him, I told him that we are still researching in order to affect more powerful, more badly corrupted beings, and then when I told him the story of, meeting the druid and researching this ritual with the summer court and everything, I believe I would have mentioned Zaharathun.
I guess
yeah,
Doug would
you,
ask, like, is your partner as powerful as you? You seem.
He says
like an elder
she
treant.
was also a druid from Gaian. We came here together, hearing the call of the life force of the Feywild. So, if what you say is true, then it is possible that she is beyond saving. And he seems like almost
At least with what
deflated by
we know.
this news.
Well, we're not quite there yet. We just figured this out. We're almost there.
If you know where she wanders, perhaps you can mark our map or give us some way locate her, and we will definitely try should our research progress.
He says, I can show you a path through the trees that will take you to the area she wanders.
And what is she called?
She is like me, an elder treant, but very dangerous, especially to small ones like yourself. While she
meant
might not
her
be able to corrupt you, she is filled with dark energies. And she is a powerful conduit of nature magics, which are now corrupted within her. What did you ask? Sorry.
Her name?
Oh, her name? What is her name?
Oh, that's what she meant when she said, what is she called?
Oh, I thought you asked, like, what is she like? I didn't hear the what is her name. Let's see. Her name is... Brenthara.
Okay.
At least that is her. The name that she used to answer to. I do not remember her last name. She had taken my name when we were bonded.
Can you put the name in chat?
Yes.
No one tell Glenn about what we're doing. No one tell him.
I think it's going to be torn because they're druids or former
Yeah,
druids.
I
But
think
true
the druids can
love.
They were druids. I guess they kind of still are.
Okay.
Well, it sounds like we have to find out a little bit more before we can help her. But
He says, if you need time to prepare yourselves, you are welcomed to use my grove as you need. But I do understand if you are not able to this moment. She's been corrupt for several weeks now. I don't think she's going anywhere.
And I think that we will move on about our tasks, although it is regretful that we cannot accept your hospitality and pass some time in more pleasant ways, but there are other matters of urgency.
He nods and says, of course. I would like you to have something. He says, it is of little use to me, but perhaps with what you do as a Zation and as a powerful druid yourself, it could be of value. And he kind of reaches to his side where several pieces of wood like roots part and pulls something out, giving it to you. You recognize this as it was something you were looking for.
Oh.
Hang on, what is it? You've never seen one of these, but you've read quite a bit about it.
Mm-hmm.
what is that? Some sort of puzzle? I'll ask.
Oh, wow. This is
Let's
most
check it.
valuable. Are you
Oh
sure?
wow, that is really valuable. Oh my god.
Everyone's like, oh wow.
Uslog just calls it a puzzle. She's seen puzzle boxes before, and
Sorry, that's
she
my
would
out
not
of
have a
character.
good time with them.
I broke my
Australia
immersion. I
would
broke
be-
my immersion. Sorry.
Australia would be downright giddy. Like, this is amazing. Are you sure you wish to part with this?
He says, I do not wish or long to return. He says, I do not wish to return to Gaian, especially with my love corrupted. So it would, at this point, it is just an old memory, something that I no longer need. I think it would do
What does
more
this
Assure
do?
you
good
we will.
for you.
I assure you we will take great care of this, and it will aid us in our fight against the shadow. Can you show
What
me?
is that, Estrella?
This will help us cross planes more easily.
How, like, this thing, it can, instead of plane shift, or...
Something like that, yes. Um, does it, do you know how all the sides are attuned?
Uh, you would say, let me see. On one of the sides is the. Let me see, remind myself. So one of the sides is gate, right? And the other side is plane shift.
The 6 sides of the cube are each keyed to a
right.
different plane of existence. One of which is the
Oh,
material
so
plane, so I guess that's
twice.
Guardian, right?
Okay, that's right. Yeah. So there are 6 attuned planes. So here, let me see something.
This solves our problem with locating more tuning forks, at least for some.
Yes, we have one
Some
for Shadowfell, and
likely
do
the
we have one
Feywild.
for Guyan?
Do you have what? Oh, tuning fork.
Oh, I don't remember. Let me look.
Yeah, we definitely don't have one for the Feywild, so this would be a good
Oh,
way
we
to
have
get back.
Guyan and Shadowfell. Yeah, I forgot those were in my inventory.
Wait, so this thing can just, let us waltz back and forth between dimensions like we're teleporting? That's easy as a teleport?
Indeed, most
What
every
are
day. It may
Oh,
require
wow.
it may require some regeneration between days, but
Well,
usually it will.
days? It's,
Yeah,
wow, that's still, that's incredible.
So
yeah.
indeed, for this shot.
you would notice as you are looking over it that some of the sides have been damaged. It seems only 3 of them
Okay.
are functioning.
I mean,
So
still,
the 3 you
it's
would
pretty amazing.
expect.
I
Okay.
mean, yeah, that's still, like, if we could just, spam, plane shifts, that is, extraordinarily helpful.
So this
Um,
basically gives us a teleport to the Feywild should we need to come back, because we already had the other two.
I mean, this is like, I mean, yeah, we could just
It's
easily
3 though.
go back
Yeah,
and
yeah.
forth. I mean, we're no longer even necessarily stuck here. We can, if we need, instead of us being stuck choosing between Malakar or Malar, whatever, Malarkey,
This is,
and
the cube
the druid.
has sustained some damage during a great battle long ago. A deity scorched 3 of the sides, retaliating against
Scorched.
our people. He says it is
What
a
type of
I'm sorry
long
to
scorch?
hear
and
that.
very epic story, but now is probably not the time.
Indeed. I will perhaps have time at some point to research whether it's repairable, but for now, this will be most useful.
He says,
Oh, I
I
mean,
never
that's
tried, as
incredible.
I was not interested in visiting other worlds, but the other 3 sides could be attainable. You would have to do, as you say, research.
I mean,
Very good.
that's still quite incredible. Just one of the sides is night weather. No, uh,
Do you ask that?
well, I mean, no. Well, actually, I make the joke. I say the joke out loud.
He says, I do not believe night weather is one of them. That is not
Well,
a place
yeah.
one can reach that easily.
Yeah. Apparently, we
Yeah,
already have a way if we.
I should not be surprised Azatian knows of night weather.
so, I mean, we were debating about whether we give the scales and the ritual to the druid or the hag, but I mean, we can just go back to Guyan and I don't know, ask like Archmage or someone to look into dealing with this. And we don't even have to like this. Like if this ritual we figured out has other applications. We can use it in Guyan and not just the Fae. This is just a revolutionary ritual that can change everyone's lives.
Yes, and Symphony. Sorry, all these names we haven't had to think about in a while. Symphony might know of other vessels that we could use to
That's a
contain.
good point. Indeed.
Yeah.
Well, I think it might be worth us completing our plan to revisit the druid and teach him the ritual, because if the summer court and the druid, and the treants now all know this ritual and they're all working on, figuring this corruption out, then that may be the best that we can do for Zaharathun for the moment.
All right, so you
Okay,
take
okay.
the cube from him.
Yes. And I would I'd be
It almost
profusely
hums
thankful.
with power as you touch it. You feel magic pulsing through it. You don't think you felt something this powerful before.
Where does such a thing even come from?
It's a good question. I'm not sure how these are crafted or how they come to be.
That's right. This is a legendary, not a very rare.
Yeah, I was shocked. That's why I was. This is the first time I've ever gotten a legendary item in one of your games.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, that's why I broke character.
He says it was given as a gift long ago for my service. Because again, it's a long story. Perhaps one day when we are in happier times, I can recount the tale. Perhaps even talk a little about my Zatian allies from long ago.
I would be interested to hear that.
Likewise.
He smiles. He says, I do not wish to keep you. If you must leave, then
Yes.
do so, and come back quickly, or as quickly as you can, and we shall attempt to save
Indeed.
my love.
We will absolutely do so. Do whatever we can.
All right.
Yes.
So what are you doing?
All right.
I guess we go to Dalris, and then I mean, honestly, let's go back to Guyan. I mean, if we see the Archmage, and as I've said, like, ooh, are you guys still wanted?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Right.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
But we could always go back to the tower and contact Symphony. He can meet us
Well,
there.
they do have a teleportation circle in the tower, so you could teleport to there.
I think I copied it down, actually.
Yeah, we
Okay,
could
sorry.
avoid going through the
Out of
city.
character, I'd like to suggest this because in character I don't know him, but Xerxes was probably the best bet.
Yeah, I
Well,
do.
he's a little hard
So
to. It was all good. Maybe be like, oh, we could talk to Xerxes about it, but he's a little hard to reach if he doesn't want to be contacted.
The teleportation circles that Estrella has copied down are Aldrin's Watch, Twilight's Edge Sanctuary, Devoldia, New Habisgard, Phoenix Guild, Tyvanus, and the Children of Shadow Bunker in Devoldia.
Oh yeah, if this allows us literally to go elevator, sorry, that's out of.
Yeah.
There's no elevators here. If this allows us to traverse so freely, well, the possibilities are limitless. I certainly do not think we are beholden to divulge the scales between the Hag or Dalris. There are, as you said, the Xerxes, this, or like the Archmage.
Still has the scale.
Well, I mean, we requested. I mean, unless they insist on keeping it, but.
Well, I mean, and while they're working on, I mean, they're the ones that helped Estrella figure out this ritual so far. So like they're making progress. That's
Okay, I mean, yeah, if it's
I
you know,
don't
if we
see a
don't
reason
want
to
to.
halt their research just so someone else can start their research, you know? But we can certainly share whatever intel we're getting with the others.
So what should we do after Del Vista? What should we do after that?
I think actually checking in with Symphony might be a good idea. We
Yeah.
might also want to check in with the Medusas since they were going to face quite a foe. I hope that their campaign was successful.
Well,
Glenn.
Yes, because we were waiting for the next portal.
Oh, that's right.
For
Yeah.
that.
have a Glenn.
Right.
No.
Glenn,
We could
we have a pitch that I think your character would deeply agree with. Right? We need to reunite lost love.
I thought you said we
And-
weren't going to tell Glenn. We were going to surprise him.
Yeah, you see, we have to. It's we have to discuss this. Is very important, Glenn, and we need your help to reunite the lost love. This is like this might be older than even the dragons.
Go on.
And it's very important and meaningful. And the person who asked us, he just asked for help, and he gave us a cubic gate off the rip. He's super nice guy. Super he just he gave us this legendary item as a gift to us, not as payment, just as a gift. There's just one little problem.
Okay.
Just this one teensy problem that I need some understanding from you on. They happen to be druids.
Not just any druid, they're treants.
The true druids.
They're fucking tree druid.
What's stronger though? I thought true love conquered all.
Can you pop up the
Except
Vareth picture first?
So they gave us
Uslog's
this
disappointed.
true love, and they gave us a legendary item. I think we can maybe pass that aside for a little bit.
I mean, look at him.
It turns out love doesn't conquer all. It turns out hate does.
Well, unfortunately, she is as corrupt as the Herathun, so we must continue our research, and there is not much I think that we can do in this moment.
Well, so it's actually a treant and not just a tree hugger. That's honestly better.
He's ancient,
Okay.
I'd have to talk to the treant.
and he knew Zatian in the past. He's been around.
I'd have to hear this tale of love firsthand.
Well,
We're right
just
here. You
missed
get
it.
in the eye.
You zoned out.
Elder Treant, your name is Vareth?
Yes.
Vareth?
I am very
So-
father.
So tell me of this tale of long lost love.
He says, "Oh, I thought your group had to go. If
This could have been during the 3 hours that we spent here.
Okay, let's
Well,
wibbly wobbly timey wimey and fill Glenn in.
Well, the 3
Don't
hours
mind
he was
RPing a
learning
little bit,
the.
Lou.
I mean, he didn't really tell you guys much about it. He just said that his love was also turned into a treant because he spent most of the time with you learning the ritual.
Right.
But I mean, if you ask him, he would just say, "We met each other long ago, back in a time when we were young and foolish. We were both orphans, and we lived in the grove together, taught by our elders to respect nature." He says, "We grew up, we fell in love, a fairly usual, or a fairly normal tale." He says, there was not much said between us, just always a love that continued to grow as we got older and became more powerful and understanding as souls that mingled. I don't know if that would make sense to everyone, but it's a feeling you get with certain individuals, as if you were meant for each other. Does that make sense?
I feel you, yeah.
He says, over the years, we became more and more powerful, helped each other, supported each other, and gave up our mortal forms to become treants together, embraced by Mother Gaian. We followed her call, which led us here into the Feywild, where we've been living and growing our grove ever since. Oh, and he did mention that he knew of Dalreese, just as an FYI. Like they had been friends when Dalreese was much younger and different. But now he's kind of scared of him.
Doesn't approve of Dalreese's research and leanings.
Well, and he's just afraid that he might cause corruption to the treants and himself. So yeah, I mean, if you want to spend time, he can give you more details about his love and who she was, and I would just pass some time as he talked about her.
Okay, yeah, and I would say, so you gave up your mortal form to be a treant.
He says yes. The Mother Gaian had need of me, and my body had gotten too old. Even as a druid, there was not much more I could do. But I continued to, as I said, be needed by the Life Mother. So I gave up that form to become this. He kind of motions to himself. Long.
I mean, treants can't, right? Or can they?
He looks at you curiously. Can what?
There's probably something you used to do in your human form that I don't see how you could do in your treant form.
Thinks for a moment. He says, well,
You can just all give him that really look.
many things that a treant form cannot do versus a human form.
Procreate. He's asking about procreation.
Oh, yes. I have not even thought about such things. And smiles a little. He says, I am glad humans have not changed. No, it is not something that we do, unfortunately. He says with some sadness in his voice. It's been so long since I've even thought about any of the functions that I had with my old body. As a treant, I pretty much do what a tree does, except I can move more and obviously communicate.
So, where is she a treant as well?
She is, yes.
So, where is she? Like, what's the deal? Why do you need our help?
Says, I fear, and I guess at this point he will kind of move his staff around as like a greenish energy comes off of it, and a nearby rock kind of shapes into a form.
Holy crap.
He says, yes. She is a treant, and she has been heavily corrupted by the darkness, unfortunately.
And you were going to show us the path to where she wanders?
He says, I can open a gateway through one of the trees to the area where she is. I cannot approach her because the corruption could take me or one of my people. Does that make sense?
Indeed. Then, if we further our research and are ready to find her, then should we return here so that you can open the portal?
He nods. He says, it's probably for the best. It is dangerous for me to get too close to her area, and telling you where it is, you might get lost.
You said it was west?
The Endless Fae is vast and hard to
Indeed.
navigate. But yes, it is several days west of here where she now walks. He says she
Is there anywhere else
unfortunately
we can
was
open?
corrupted while trying to find and help some of the other treants who had been corrupted. And she
see.
never found her way back.
So tragic.
I'm down to help. I'm down to help.
He says
Lost love.
she will most likely attack you. As I said, you must be very cautious as she still retains the power that she had in life, but less focused and more chaotic now.
Of course.
Yes, and right now we don't have we need to do more research to be able to help more powerful entities with this, so unfortunately we'll have to wait.
He
Just sad.
nods.
We can always come back here pretty easily.
I put a tree friend on the map just so that we could come straight here. Yes, let us continue with our travels, and I think now that we have an easy means of coming and going from Gaian, checking in with the Archmage in Tyvanis might be a good idea to share research and knowledge that we've gathered thus far.
Give me one moment.
Do we want to continue to Dalreese's lair for today?
Yeah, I mean, if we intend to teach as many people this ritual as possible, then I think he would be the next
Okay.
stop. He might be. I mean, didn't he say he was going to go below and deal with?
He did, so we'll see if he
Yeah,
survives.
see. Yeah, and
Yeah,
he
maybe he'll
mentioned
be lucky and he'll be dead.
yeah, he did mention he was on the verge of a breakthrough that might shed some light on things. So
Yeah.
hopefully he doesn't die until whatever knowledge that is.
Yeah, let's go share
Okay.
notes because he is working towards a similar goal, even if his methods are his own.
Tree Father, I have a question. Since I don't, yeah, I have kind of an interesting question.
Says ask, of course.
He moves closer and kind of looks back at the rest of the party, and then looks specifically at looks specifically at Estrella, and then back to the Tree Father. He kind of moves closer, and he whispers so you know how you guys and other druids can move through trees and stuff.
He says, yes, it's a magical spell that many powerful druids possess.
I was always curious, does that feel weird for the tree being walked through? Do they feel anything?
This is an interesting question. Trees don't exactly feel the same way that humans do. I mean, they do, but in a much different way. Trees share connections due to the massive root systems that they all have, which are entangled with one another. And these root systems connect to the Life Mother. This is the magic one taps into when traveling. Using the root systems, you can pretty much go to any place where a large plant has put down roots. He says even something like a mushroom does have some connection to the ground, though obviously not as much. He says, I guess it's a long way of answering your question, but no, I don't believe they feel pain, though they might feel something, almost like maybe something akin to water or some other thing traveling through their systems. As
All right.
the traveling itself is not people going through the roots, but almost an energy connecting 2 points. I hope that makes sense.
I think it does. I've just been curious of what it feels like for a bunch of people to just walk out of a tree all of a sudden.
He smiles and nods. All right. So
All right,
what do
I
you
think
do?
we're ready to go.
You're heading to Dalreese, right?
Oh, I'm unable to transport us again today. Oh no, I can. I'm sorry. I can use my 7th level spell slot. So yeah, let's go see Dalreese. We always have Glenn's high magic in our back pocket.
Yeah.
It's true.
And we did take a short rest here. Just a heads up. If you want.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you need a short rest, they did take one. All right. So he says, "Well, if you wish to, or if you need time to recover or do anything within the grove, this place is safe." He says, "At least for now. I don't believe any of the corruption is close by. Especially with the ones you cleansed, there should be no fear of darkness."
All right. I think we have to get moving.
Okay. So
Shall we?
you're teleporting then? You ready to
Yeah.
go?
Well,
The
transporting, yeah.
trees.
Transporting. All right. So you open a portal, and he says, "Good luck to you, Zation. I hope you are successful in your endeavors." As you walk through the tree, poofing back to the cave. Outside the cave, right?
Yes.
Okay, because I don't think you made any friends inside the cave anyway. But you do enter, re-entering the lair of Dalreese. Do we want to do a break?
Not down here, though.
Oh, did I choose the wrong one? Yeah.
Yeah. Way above. Yeah, there we go.
But yeah, did we want to do a break? People need to use the restroom or something?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, let's do a break and come back in like 10 or so.
Okie dokie.
Hey, where do new characters sheets go in the?
I feel like you usually end
your
up at the
sheet is
bottom.
under old alt character sheets.
Oh.
Under Splitlanders.
Oh, I just made a new one. Okay, it pops in the bottom because I couldn't find the.
Oh,
the
if
other
you
one.
import
That
it,
was-
yeah. We'll
Yeah, it's usually given like a weird name or something.
Okay.
Alright, but yeah, I'll be back in a little bit.
Alrighty. Any Elden Ring update?
Sorry, I was muted. Not too much. We did encounter millennia, but we only had time for like 6 attempts before we had to quit for the night, which is not nearly enough. But I was
Okay,
having a
so-
good time, but it took us a while to get even to the second phase. But we got her to half health in the second phase before,
Oh,
got
that's pretty
defeated.
good.
Yeah, I was pretty proud of that. So I think we can do it. but it's gonna.
Are you still doing the double halberd jump build?
No, that was fun though. I'm still using the Godslayer Greatsword, but I don't know if it's the best
Oh,
weapon for the
okay.
fight. So I might
Right.
have to switch
Sorry.
it up. But, I mean, it's
Guys.
good at knocking her down. Like I've got some stance breaks and stuff that were really nice. But
That is the one
the
thing. Yeah,
best-
she's got very low poise, but it's
Yeah. she's so fast. So yeah,
it's
I
the,
I see the wind up for that waterfowl, and I'm just like I can't dodge that. I'm just running. I'm running.
if
So,
if
but
it gives you too much trouble, there is a trick on how to avoid the waterfowl dance, like 100%. So
yeah, I
if
mean,
you
I
are
really do suck at like timing dodges and stuff. So if it has,
no, there is an item that you can use as soon as she winds up. If you use the item, it will break her out of those. She just won't do it.
okay, I'll
So
if we struggle for like 20 more tries, I might ask you about that.
okay, yeah. So yeah, that's why
I want to
I'll
give it a good try
keep it under
first.
wraps until you want it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I
Um,
didn't know how much you knew about the fight. That's why I didn't want to say that
no,
she is the
I had
only boss that when you get hit, she fucking recovers HP, and it's so annoying.
yeah, I I know more than my husband does, but I haven't told him because he really doesn't want spoilers. But I've only really like I knew about the waterfall dance, and I knew that there are like just people that get really good at it and then help other people defeat her because she's really hard. Besides that, I've just seen the artwork and everything. So I don't think I know a lot, but I definitely know more than he does. So I was kind of mentally prepared for this, for sure.
I mean,
What's
and
that?
this is her too. I think this is her. Because I think Radon did a number on her, so this isn't even her at like full strength. Same thing when you fight
Right.
Radon. It's like, you're not fighting him at full strength because he's under scarlet rot fever.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah. Yeah, I that is something I know about the DLC, is that we might run into him again just because I've seen the artwork
okay.
around. But yeah, I think I really like the lore behind all of this. So like I'm
Oh,
curious.
how did you like the Halig tree itself?
Oh my gosh, I loved it. That was really like I had a lot of fun with that. I'm getting a lot better at not dying every time I jump across things, but it did happen a few times. So I got some good gravity deaths. And now I can see we have like a death counter over our names because it must have been an update to the seamless co-op. We can see each other's
Oh,
death counts. I'm at like 100 or no, 350 or something crazy. So it's a crazy amount of deaths.
I say, like, man, if Kai Cenat can fucking strong arm his way through this game, anybody can. I mean, because
Who?
it was so funny. It's just like some streamer that's not very good at
Oh.
these games, and because it was the whole thing is that, he never played like any Dark Souls games before, and I think he died like a few hundred times on Millennia. It took him like days. He just
Yeah.
you just brute force your way through it.
Mhm. I know. I mean,
I'd
if
give
you
up
have
at
enough
that point.
persistence, yeah, it's all about persistence at that point, I think. But yeah, I don't know. I
That's
was
why,
having fun with the fight, but I just like I don't know how long that will last.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And and that's why I really fell in love with the Dark Souls series, especially when I played the first one, is because it was such a perfect example. I always feel like of storytelling as mechanics, because in the first one, you have humanity, and if you die, you go hollow, and if you end up losing your will to live, that's when you become like a mindless zombie. But as long as you still have if you still hold on to a reason for living, you can be like a hollow and still like maintain your sanity. And it was interesting, so that it was basically a perfect example of mechanics storytelling, because basically every time you die to a boss a bunch of times and you just like give up and rage quit, it's like you just went hollow. you know, because
yeah,
you
it's
lost your
definitely
reason to
good.
get back up.
Man, there's so much like psychology to these games, and like, yeah, it's actually like it's been good for like I give up on things quite easily usually in real life, so it's definitely been a mindset of that I've kind of carried into like from the games like into like just day-to-day stuff sometimes. Um, and I like that about these games. They definitely have some good life lessons, I think.
I think so too. No, and it's and I've watched a few videos about that subject as well, and Viva La Vida has a like a kind of like a Phony Souls logic series of just like
Oh
little like
yeah,
shorts.
I love
Yeah,
their
so,
stuff. Yeah.
and the last one they did was the guy coming to Solaire, and he's like, "Oh, don't worry, brother. I'll help. And all you need to do is get good." And he starts getting mad, and he's like, "Well, tell me something helpful. Like, what armor to wear? It's like, what tricks to
That
use?"
was
And
the
it's like,
video that finally convinced me to try
really?
Elden Ring. Yeah, because I was just like that was all I had heard from like people who played that game. Or just
And
I don't know.
it's
And
very
then for me
true
it was
because it.
negative, but then I was like, "Oh wait, it's not actually necessarily a negative thing."
I mean, it's very true. You troll a little bit, but you know that's what it is. It's just like, what's all this armor for? It's like to look good.
This is true.
It's like you just have to get better. It's like, but it's hard. It's like I know it's hard.
Yeah. And all the people that are really good at it died 200 times to this boss.
Oh
And
yeah,
now they're
like,
really good at it because they died 200 times. They weren't just good at it. Yeah, so that's what I like.
there's always like I feel like a moment in Dark Souls games where like you start seeing patterns because I remember playing the first one and it taking just so long to get through even just the regular enemies, and I'd always get hit, and just something all of a sudden clicked, and I'm like, I know their patterns now, and I'd be able to attack first and hit them first and like block their attacks, and I'd be like, I don't know what happened, but yeah, it's just like. And people always talk about that. There's just like usually some weird single moment where just like everything just snaps and you're just a better player all of a sudden.
It's
Yeah,
muscle
if you can just
memory.
make it past
Yeah.
make it past the frustration and the self-doubt and everything. Yeah.
That's how it works for most games like that. Like I don't even know what I'm pressing sometimes. I just like my hands just do stuff and things happen on screen. I'm like, oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
working.
Sometimes I feel like I do better on like the first or second try and then get worse at it for a while. And then I don't know what happens in the middle there sometimes. I'm just like, how did I do worse every other try
You're just like
after I
frustrated
did
from
the level
dying
before?
and having to run back and be
Mhm.
like, I already did all this, and it's just like, and then you just get
I just gotta like
I don't-
reset.
My friends have told me I'm much better at Smash Brothers piss drunk than I am normally. Like
Well, it does,
they
like,
once, because
yeah.
I'm all like, at least with Smash Melee, I used to be. I mean, I'm still probably pretty good, but they like tried to get me drunk one time because they were getting annoyed with me winning all the time, and I like was even better drunk. They didn't know what the hell was going on, and I kind of remember
my
it.
friend.
I was just like, whoa, like just pressing buttons and like barely like sure of what was going on, and they're like, what the hell? So
I think
yeah.
any fighting game drunk is fun, but I
I
had
think
a
you
friend
kind of
that would
lock
go to.
in, like you just get really focused sometimes, or maybe I just do. I don't know.
There definitely is a level of drunk where like because I remember
It's like the
one of
drunk
my friends
martial
was
arts
so
thing,
good at
maybe.
DDR. Oh yeah, because one of my friends was so good at DDR while drunk, it was ridiculous. It was like, nobody could beat him when he was drunk. He wasn't that good when he was sober, but when he was drunk, he was a dancing machine.
The lack of inhibitions maybe it helps.
Yeah.
You don't
Just let
overthink
loose.
things. You just kind of react maybe more naturally. I don't know.
Just dance. I had a friend that would go to Melee tournaments, and I always made fun of him for it. It was just like, dude, you're going to
Oh
fucking
yeah, I
Melee
used to go to
tournaments? That's so
melee
lame.
tournaments.
But like, I ended up watching this documentary on YouTube about like the Melee scene and like how competitive the game really is, and it really actually changed my mind on the melee scene. I was like, I really had no idea how far
You mean
the rabbit
Smash
hole
Brothers
went on
Melee?
like. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I had no idea how far the rabbit hole went on like how competitive that game really was, the fighting game.
There was a lot of nuance to it, I'll say that. I didn't like the newer
It's
ones
interesting.
after it, though. I feel like they kind of almost made it less competitive because they made it more random.
Well, yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like, in the documentary, is around for when the next one came out, and everybody was like super disappointed, and they kept playing. And that's what people said is like, a new game came out, and we're still playing, the old Melee on fucking, GameCube, and
Because it was.
and it's interesting.
Like, it was. The old Melee was random, but not. Like, you could turn off a lot of the random stuff to make it, like, a little less random. Whereas the newer one had weird mechanics, like you just fall over sometimes, like for no reason.
Oh, that was so stupid. Yeah.
And just stuff that's like you can't really have a competitive game when you like bake randomness in. Like there has to be, at least some base of like skill with like moves and counter moves. You can't just like have stuff happen because that'll then like you could be the best player in the world and like just randomly get screwed over. No one likes that.
Yeah. And it's interesting because they say like Nintendo did not want this game to be competitive.
Yeah.
But it's just because it's interesting learning that like a lot of the competitive techniques that made it competitive ended up being bugs.
Yeah, for sure. There was what was it called? Like some wave something.
Yeah, the wave dancing and like DI and stuff were like bugs, totally not meant to be that way. And it's just like
It's just some crazy movements. Yeah. A lot of fun.
Yeah, watching pro players play like that, watching them move. I just looking at the controller. I was like, how did?
I never won
I was like,
tournaments,
is this footage set up?
but I did pretty well. I did okay. Definitely not on the level of some of those the people who actually won, but I did decent. Beat all my friends. Like in my friend group, I was like amazing.
That's the important thing.
They would
Yeah.
always just try to like all go after me to like take me down, and I would just like pick them off by moving around really quick, dodging everywhere. Like, you son of a bitch. They just stopped playing with me. Like, I don't want to play anymore. And then I was bad at the next one, so they wanted to play that more.
Ah.
I was like,
Let's play the new one so we can beat him.
yeah. Anyway, excuse me. Is everyone back?
Yep.
I'm back.
Alright, what are we doing? You have your new cube, and the group is entering Dalreese's lair, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So you come into the throne area, a place where you're kind of used to seeing him. You would just see the trees at first, like his dark, corrupt. You're not sure if they're treants or just like some kind of weird, corrupted trees. But after a moment, he would appear coming from the stone-shaped area, like through the little archway he made. He says, "Ah, there you are." He says, "Welcome." I'm walking up towards the group. Now, I forget, did you tell him you were bringing him that scale, or is this just something the group decided to do?
We didn't even tell him about
Nope.
the scale.
Okay.
No, we don't even have the scale on us. So
So he'll say,
No, we did not,
what,
not tell him about the scale.
what brings you here?
We return to share updates on our research as we have successfully cleansed the corruption from smaller creatures.
Yes, I believe you mentioned that. He says, do you
We hadn't done it yet when we were here last.
do you have any papers with descriptions of the ritual, or do you just intend to show me?
I was going to teach it to you, but would you prefer me write it out?
says, I believe if I watched it in practice, I could probably figure it out, but why don't we start with discussing it a little bit? I have questions, and that might help me understand. So you just want to take some time and kind of talk about the ritual. Maybe, like have you
Yeah,
describe
just an
it a little.
update on the research that I did with the guy at the summer court and this ritual.
All right.
And would we still have our the people from the court that kind of helping us with the
Oh yeah, we
Um,
brought an envoy, didn't we?
yeah
Forgot
we
about that.
were sort of
Oh,
in the
you have
background.
that, that guy in the background who was delighted to see all the treants. He's very happy. What was that guy's name?
Is it Flame? No, that's Valor. Flamegrove was the one that was researching with me.
I have. Let's see. Is that Wildfire? Oh yeah, Sylvaris Wildfire.
Okay.
So yeah, he'll speak up and says, "I was, as they say, I was sent by the summer courts. I wish to speak with you about a possible." And he says, "I'm not interested in alliances with Titania, but thank you for offering." He says, "If you wish, I can maybe be in contact with you later." He says, "Oh,
Please, Dalreese, we are not wishing to push an alliance on you that you do not wish for. We are simply wishing to work together in this one goal that we all share in opposing the corruption."
This is the court is arrogant, and they have rebuffed me in the past. Now that they need me, they wish to offer a hand." He says, "I'm not."
You
Oh,
need
come
each
now.
other. You
Is
need
it
each
not your
other.
own?
This is all your home. This is a home to all of you. You need each other. This very ritual that I am showing you was partially developed by the summer court's research.
Exactly. And is it not your own arrogance that is making you decline such a fruitful venture?
He says, "My decline is more in anger, but you did not tell me they helped develop the ritual." Give me a persuasion check. DC is 15. You can both make it.
I'm going to use an inspiration.
All right, let's see.
Nice. 23.
Says if the court and the Zation can work together to create this ritual, perhaps there is wisdom in working with them this time. And he says, "I will have conditions, but we can speak of those later." He says, "All right, envoy. Thanks to the Splitlanders, I will hear you out, but only because of them." He kind of gives Glenn a wink. He says, "But for now, I wish to learn more about this ritual that apparently you and the courts have researched, along with the Zation." Oh wait, did you
So
tell
at
me?
this
Yeah,
point,
I think you did. Okay.
At this point, I'm pretty sure Estrella can do it in her sleep. But yeah, she would
Alright.
start teaching it again.
Alright, so time is passing. You're kind of teaching him the ritual. Let me know if
I tell him the thing about the container. I do not show him our container.
He would naturally ask, as you're showing him this, he says, "This seems to banish the energies out of an area, but it seems like it places them elsewhere. How would you
Yes, you-
contain the energies?"
Yes, you must figure out a container for yourself. Unfortunately, we are unable to provide you with one, as we do not, as they are,
Have you
not plentiful.
used this ritual?
Indeed.
And what did you use for a container?
An empty energy crystal.
Do you think I could see it?
That makes me uncomfortable because it is dangerous and sinister. Its original purpose or its original making was quite sinister. It's not magic we wish to spread. But I know that with your talents, you surely will be able to come up with some sort of container of your own to apply with this ritual.
As well, necrotic magic is tricky. These energies, even more so with the corruption. He says, I believe I might be able to use vessels, such as the trees you see before you. He says, I was just curious how you did this, as I doubt you would have subjected nature to this kind of corruption. You say it was a powerful item that you are afraid to share with me. Do you think I would use it for some nefarious purpose? This is just to contain the corruption.
We never intended to make use of this item. In fact, we would prefer these items to never be created because, as I said, their creation is most foul. However, this drained one was on our person when we realized that we required a vessel for this ritual, and thus we have purposed it so. But we are keen to keep this knowledge out of the hands of anyone at all, not just you.
Well, surely just showing it to me, I will not know the intricacies of it. I just want an idea of what it is.
I tell him, I describe the act, let's see.
You tell him it's a crystal?
I described that it was originally powered with humanoid souls against their will from mass slaughter.
He says, oh, you speak of soul crystals. He says, yes, I am familiar with these, though not a necromancer. I've always wanted to study the powers of them. It makes sense if this is related to the Shadowlord. Whenever I think I have your group figured out, you surprise me again. Well, I do not know the art of crafting such an item, as much of that information was lost to the ages, but that does give me some ideas for at least temporary housing.
As we spread knowledge of this ritual and continue our research, we will look for other ideas and opportunities of vessels, and if we are able to acquire numerous vessels, we will bring you one.
I thank you.
We simply ask that you continue your research in fighting this corruption along with us and share your information each time we share ours with you.
He says, if I have a vessel, it will make it easier and quicker for me to do the ritual and contain the corruption before it spreads. So that would make me more effective to help fight it.
You mentioned using these trees for the time being?
He says it's one of my methods to control the corruption and have it be less of a danger, is using plant life to store it. And he says obviously it is not good for the trees, but it puts it in a form where it does not spread further, at least so far.
Straya looks really uncomfortable.
That may have to do until you're able to get some sort of vessel, though.
He says when the energy enters the trees, it's still corrupting and infectious, but there is magic I can do to it once it is in the trees that makes it docile and settles within its host. This is one of the main ways I've controlled the corruption.
Interesting. Are you able to share your notes with us on this method that you've been using? I don't know that we necessarily want to replicate it as you have used it, but it is possible that your understanding of the corruption and how it reacts to your methods could aid us in our research, just as our notes and ritual may aid you.
Says, I do not trust my knowledge being used by the hag. As long as you are allies with her, you will not have my knowledge on this.
Would you accept an oath that we would not share this particular knowledge with the hag?
Give me a persuasion, DC 25.
Another inspiration point.
Okay.
I don't know if...
With a +7, you can make it. It's just a very high roll.
I'm also going to use a luck point, I think.
Alright, so advantage.
Yeah, let me just... Okay. Here goes.
Oh, well, no, unfortunately. He says, well, he says, I do not know yet if your word is good. He says, if she was to learn of some of my secrets, she could possibly use them against me, as my own body somewhat courses with the corruption. I'll have to refuse for now.
Very well. Let us see if we can get you a vessel or other knowledge that will...
The
encourage you
envoy,
to,
hearing this, would
yeah.
kind of whisper to, I guess, Glenn and Uslag. He would say, if this is true, these techniques could be vital to some of our own researchers. Since we definitely have to get them to come into our laboratory and speak with some of our people.
Guess he might not share them with us, but possibly with you guys.
This is possibly... he
Doesn't seem to
knows,
like your court all that much, though.
He says, well, he knows that we are also no friend to the hag, so I doubt that any of our people would share information with her. And I think he knows that.
How might we better earn your faith in our oaths, Darius?
He says, I do not mistrust you per se. It's just, as I said, giving the hag information on how I control corruption, no matter how she would find out, if she found out, it could very badly impact me. He says, I've not told anyone, so I think the best way to keep myself safe is to keep the information from moving beyond my mind.
Very
He says
well.
it's a precautionary measure. You understand, I hope.
Very well. Please continue your research. See if you can further this ritual. We will do the same and return to hopefully
So-
share.
All right. Just real quick. So an hour had passed, and you had kind of already taught him the ritual, so he would thank you for that. But yeah, you can keep going. Sorry.
I don't suppose you would be down to paying a visit to the laboratory where I helped develop this ritual in order to work together with the researchers there.
Give me a persuasion. I'll say 16.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, that's more attainable. One more inspiration point and one more luck point. I'm down to 3 inspiration.
All right, let's do this.
Let's do
Here
it.
goes.
Yes.
He nods. He says, I think I can do that.
Indeed.
I just
She
need
kinda perks up.
guarantees of my safety, as I know the court has always agreed with my methods. And the envoy
You
will
look to
nod
the-
and say, I've already been told that your passage will be guaranteed. No tricks. He nods. It says, and I will have the Zatian watching me while I'm there just to verify this. And he says, of course, if that helps. He nods. He says, all right, I will visit your lab and talk to your people then.
When can we leave?
He thinks for a moment. He says, give me a day. I need to look into some things on this ritual you've given me. Maybe learning more and possibly being of more use to your people. He
Very
says
well.
you may
Do you
remain
wish-
here, or you may leave if you wish.
Do you wish us to
Have-
return for you? Or do you wish us to travel with you, or do you plan to make your way to the fort on your own?
He says, where is this laboratory? And your envoy will say, do you know where the old fort in the western mountains, Fort Revkar? And he says, yes, I know where that is. I shall meet your people there in a day.
Very, very good. We'll meet you there tomorrow then.
Have you managed to get rid of that demi-lich in your basement?
He says, yes, my labs have been cleared. He says, the demi-lich is gone. Not killed as I had hoped, but it is gone. All right, goodbye.
I'm not sure exactly what that means, but
It's like,
It's so
oh,
exciting.
God.
don't know what that means. Yeah, okay.
He says, I was able to safely convince it to go without getting myself in too much trouble. So it is elsewhere. We'll say that. Should not be an issue to
Oh,
us.
well, great.
It will be an issue to no one on this side of the Feywild. It is quite far away.
Okay.
Great, well then.
Giving someone else a bad day, I suppose, but problem for another time.
All right, well, what do you want to do?
Well, let's go back outside and chat out there.
So as you're leaving, he does a little bit of a gesture as if he's casting something. He would look at one of the kind of corrupted plants in his hand, and suddenly he kind of turns looking at Estrella, surprised. And he says, you possess something quite powerful. May I ask what it is?
Let's
I
see.
don't know what you mean. I mean, I
Many
do
powerful
hold-
things.
I do hold items of power, but I sincerely do not know what you specifically are sensing.
He
What
says,
type of magic?
It is an aura that you, it is something that you got a hold of recently, as I didn't observe it on you last time you were here. He says, you probably know what I'm talking about.
We do. We have acquired a couple items of power in our wanderings here in the Feywild.
Oh, I guess I should ask, would that cube be in your bag of holding?
I put it in my inventory, so I'm going to say no.
Okay. So yeah, he would say, it is a signature
The
that...
soul crystal is in the bag of holding. Yeah.
No, I was talking about the cube.
Right. You're right. I was just clarifying because he had
Yeah.
asked about that earlier. So yeah.
So he says it is a familiar signature, one that I feel I may have felt before.
Indeed, some of the first creatures we cleansed with this ritual were the people of Vareth Oakenfather. He
Yeah.
gifted us.
Yeah, he mentioned you knew
item.
each other.
Yeah, a little bit of a smile comes over his face. He says, Varen, where is he? Still in his grove, I assume? Safe,
Indeed, he
hopefully?
Growth in the wilds. He is safe, yes. Unfortunately, Brenthara is corrupted.
Brenthara. You see almost like a look of sadness suddenly. And he says, are you sure?
I do not know why Vareth might have told us that if it were not true.
He says, I see.
We have shared this ritual with Vareth, and we do intend to attempt to help Brenthara, just as we still hope to help Zaharathun, but this ritual is not yet strong enough to affect them, is our understanding.
He nods, almost like lost in thought for a moment. I guess insight might tell you, though it's probably not hard to see that he seems saddened. Though it might tell you something else. I'll say Insight DC 20. Might tell you something even more hidden.
And she rolled low. I don't know if anyone else wants to roll.
Yeah, it'd be up to them. But yeah, definitely a sadness hearing about.
I got you.
Brinthara.
Never mind.
Never mind.
Sorry.
He says, "Would you wait here a moment?" And he starts to leave the area, heading off to the east here and through the door.
Brings back another legendary item because he wants to compete with our
Yes.
So he comes back a little while later and comes over to you with a sack in his hand. He kind of motions over the sack, and a painting would appear. Like he just pulls it up and hands it to you. He says, "If you see him again, please give him this."
Of course. I take a look at the painting.
Aww.
He says, "And tell him I am sorry about Brinthara." And then he just kind of walks back towards the door, doesn't say anything, and goes through it.
Carefully stow this, and I assume he pulled it out of a bag of holding, and I can put it in ours.
It definitely seems like it's magically enchanted, because you're guessing it's very old, judging by when they probably made it. If it was regular cloth, it would have faded long ago.
Yeah.
All right, what do you want to do?
We'll go outside and chat about what we want to do next, guys.
All right, so you leave the grove, or you leave the lair, I should say, heading back outside.
Would we still have time if to get to the gate to check in with the Medusas, if that is still an option?
If Glenn can get us there, I don't think I can today.
Oh, to the court. Yeah, because that's where the portal is.
I can do
That
it.
or unless you want me to use the cube to take us to Gaian today, that would be I guess the other option.
Well, it's about 4:30 now as you exit this place.
Yeah.
Says,
Well, I mean, if we are low on resources already, maybe going to the Medusas isn't the greatest idea today. But you all are the ones with the magic, so.
What think you, Glenn?
I can do whatever we want. If you guys really want to go to the Medusas, I can get us there and I can get us back.
well, remember, you have to use that gate to go down.
Yeah, and
Right,
we'd
we'd have to teleport to the court and then.
and we have to be at
Yeah, we don't have time for that
fort,
right
and we
now.
have to be at the fort tomorrow when Del
Yeah,
Reese
so-
arrives.
You believe the next time
Okay.
the gate would open would be midnight, or at least the next time they can open it.
So maybe we should head back to the fort tonight, get Del Reese set up with the Fae researchers before taking our next steps. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
All right,
All right.
so you're heading back to the fort.
If Glenn is willing to get us there.
All right, I suppose. All right. So you cast teleport, right?
Yeah, that's my 7th level slot.
appearing back in Glenn's room, which he is very familiar with by this point. The your ally from the court will immediately, Silvaris will immediately go and speak with his superiors. What are the rest of you doing?
I guess I would go check in with Valor and just tell him of our experiences today. The heroes graveyard, was it? The Treant Grove and our encounters with Dalris and just check in with him on the research. Oh, and of course tell him that Dalris is coming tomorrow, yeah.
The druid? Alright. So yeah, he'll listen to your story. He says, quite the day you all had. Well, I look forward to speaking to this Dalris tomorrow then, if he's truly coming here. Thank you for all the hard work, as usual.
Of course. I hope that we can continue to make progress. And then I would probably just spend the rest of my time working there with his team on the research. The rest of my day, unless the group comes to me with anything else.
Alright. So, time will pass as... so you aren't doing anything the rest of the day, you're staying at the fort? Sounds like. Alright. So, passing the day, you, as usual, don't have to worry about being fed here. Let me check something. Okay. Alright, so, yeah, the evening and night pass. You all kind of hang out here. It is now the 39th. At 8 a.m. in the morning, you all kind of...
Actually, nighttime, can I do something nighttime?
Sure, we'll backtrack a little.
I'm gonna try and find...
So we'll say it's like midnight the day before.
I want to try and find... Garen.
10. We'll say it's 10. Alright.
Okay.
So it's later in the evening. You've had dinner. Everyone's kind of relaxing in for nightfall. And you, I mean, you'd find Garen probably in a normal place in his room.
Yeah.
His quarters.
Garen, is your door open or closed?
It's open.
Okay. I'd like to stealth up to Garen's door.
Uh-oh.
Okay, okay. Alright, let's see this. Alright, let's do
start.
Okay, let's see this.
Should I roll stealth?
Yes.
Okay. I've got pretty decent stealth, so let's see.
I have good perception. I will warn you. Okay, alright. Clearly the story wants this to happen. Alright, let's see this. Let's see this.
20, alright. So yeah, you stealth up to his door. What would Garen be doing right now if he looked in your room? The door open.
Wait, so what time is it? It's
about 10 p.m.
I don't know what Garen would be doing. It's, probably just like, sitting in his bed thinking about something.
So sitting in thought. Okay.
Okay. Gosh, two things I want to try and do, but like.
Okay.
Right, the somatic material. Ooh, somatic and material. So there's no verbal component on this one. Or that's got verbal. Okay. So I'm going to try to cast minor illusion inside of the room. It looks like it's somatic and material.
Mm-hmm.
So I shouldn't make much noise doing this, since there's no verbal component.
I do want to ask though, like, wouldn't I have noticed that the door just opened by itself?
I thought you said the door was open.
Yeah, the door was open.
I said it was unlocked.
First
My
question.
bad. I thought that. Never mind. Okay, then we can say it was open. All right, that's fine. Yeah, that's okay. I'll say it was open. Sure. That's fine.
All
My
right.
bad.
Well, what is the
This is
minor
okay.
illusion going to be?
I'm going to make
Remember,
a
it does have to
figure
be
of Malin
an
appear.
object. So I guess you could make a
person's an object.
statue of Malin if you don't.
Yeah, like it's not moving or anything, but like it would be, I figure it's late at night. He's tired. His reflexes aren't what they should be. I'm gonna make a statue of Malin, like his fists on his hips, like just looking, and he has like a disappointed look, like it's looking right at him. I mean, it's not moving, but it's Malin.
So this just kind of appears in front of him as he's sitting on the bed.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, what the hell? Huh? Like how? I guess I mean, he's stalks like the statue of Mal stalks still, and like how long would it take me to realize like that this is like an illusion, or
you definitely notice after a moment or two that the Malin isn't moving. He's just kind of standing there in this pose, not very lifelike at all. I guess you could do maybe insight. No, maybe perception. Yeah, perception.
Okay.
You can use whatever you rolled. What did you roll?
All right. Yeah.
Well, so yeah, a moment of staring at it, and you're like, wait, what's going on? Because obviously he's not breathing or moving in any living way.
I just like go up to and like take my finger to like try to touch like the shoulder, and then I assume the finger just goes through the illusion.
Yeah, it would become transparent as you touch it.
I'm gonna try and convince him that this
hell?
is not an illusion, but that this is a ghost. And so I'm gonna attempt to try and throw my voice and say, "Ow, I'm disappointed in you. Why are you poking me?"
How would you throw your voice?
This is. There's no way that you're not the one use this.
Haven't you seen Scooby-Doo? Come on.
Well, I know there are abilities that let you do it. Does your
That's one
does
of the core
Glenn-
curriculum in Bard School, didn't you know?
Oh, throwing your voice.
The ventriloquism.
I feel like in Bard School should be covered anything
any type
that
of
is
performance.
like any sort of hijinks that happen in a Scooby-Doo episode should be covered.
You took hijinks.
I think that's fair.
101. All right.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Give me a deception, I guess, versus his insight. I will say, if you don't have training, I might give you disadvantage if you don't have anything that actually.
He definitely has deception.
Yeah.
All right, let's rock and roll. Yeah, all right, bro. All right. I mean, plus 14 is impressive.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you just didn't roll very well. Yeah, you. So, Garen, you're kind of like, wait, huh? And maybe like turn around and look around because the voice seemed like it was coming from a weird place. You're like, what's going
can I
on?
tell that it's Glenn, like that Glenn's trying to possess him, or I'm still unaware of that?
I mean, you don't see Glenn anywhere. He's you're looking around like, what is going on? But it sounded like Malin's voice. It was just kind of not coming exactly from where Malin was.
Well,
I mean, whether or not you know,
Malin?
You killed me.
I just look extremely confused. What? That? This okay. This is it has. Like, I just go in the hallway and just like look to left and right to see if I see anyone. It's like
you see Glenn's like bent down. It's like you'd see him right there, like hiding behind the wall.
What's up? I was looking for my contact. I dropped him.
I just look. I look down at him and I just say, "You're a dick." Just want to let you know that. But I'm not like get pissed when I say it. I just like, yeah, all right, funny. You're a dick. Congratulations.
Or am I? And he takes out his his accordion. And so, do I even? Oh yeah, because I can do this once a day, so I might as well do it. Oh, it's just verbal. It's like, oh, am I? Let's dance, monkey, dance. And he casts irresistible.
Or I'd
Dance
say it's
on
irresistible.
Alan.
I can't. I can't. Wait, on the illusion or me?
No, on you.
Okay,
And
so
you
I
do-
have
you-
to. It's
you-
like you're stuck with
yeah,
one turn. I know. I
There
remember.
is, yeah.
I
and
remember
so-
this.
And as soon as he starts dancing, he runs.
All right.
He just runs
So
away.
you
I
do a
hate
little-
you.
Do a little like clap and spin as he just runs down the hall.
I don't even like. I hate you.
You yell, "I hate you!" as you do a little bit of a
Yeah,
dance. Alright, Uslag may have heard that, or actually either of the other party members may have heard that, since all your rooms are kind of nearby each other. But that's up to you guys if you want to step out and see what's going on.
Uslag would, and she would just kind of lean in her doorway, cross her arms.
You just
For
see
now.
me dancing. I'm like, I'm just like, I give like, oh, please save me.
He starts
I've been
doing,
there before.
Starts doing the moonwalk. Woo-hoo. Alright.
Yeah,
but-
Uslag remembers that happening to her once.
Alright, so a
She knows
moment
exactly
later,
what's going on here.
you would come out of it, although Glenn is long gone, unfortunately.
Oh, I could easily chase him down if I want to, but that's exactly what he wants to provoke a reaction out of me, which I won't give in to. Just look annoyed and then like close the door behind me this time.
Alright.
Glenn happy with would retire for the night.
Alright, so if nothing else, time will pass. It's, like I said, the 39th of summer, the next morning. You're all kind of getting your stuff together, getting ready to go. You would, let's see.
As I just see Glenn in the morning, I just like give him the middle finger as I'm walking past. Walking past it.
What? I didn't do anything. What's that for?
Uslag just looks back and forth
I don't even
and just
respond.
Shakes her
So-
head.
I do not respond.
Celira kind of looks at you, looks back at Glenn, says, "Alright, what happened this time?" Kind of crossing her arms
It's
and
okay.
staring down
No,
at Glenn.
That's okay. That's all right. You don't have to. Glenn thinks he's a little too funny for his good sometimes.
Well, hopefully he
Hey,
isn't.
I know I'm too funny. I'm not going good.
Hopefully he isn't giving you trouble again. Would you like me to put a little something in his food tonight? So there's nothing deadly, of course. It might
What?
just give him the craps for a while.
No, thank you. That's fine. I will not stoop down to his level. I appreciate the gesture and the thought. Well, actually, the thought is a little disgusting, but no, that we will not stoop down to his level. It's okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Says offer's open. She gives you a wink as she walks away. All right. So what are you doing today besides playing?
I was just
think
like, as
we're
she walks
waiting.
away, I was like, God, this must be what love feels like.
Aw.
All right. Yeah.
I think we're waiting for Dalreese, so we're gonna hang around the fort until he arrives.
All right. So just kind of passing time.
I would continue research.
Right,
the
yeah.
team.
You are helping their druid do his research. What's his name? Valor? Yeah, I think it was Valor Flamegrove. Alright, so time's passing. You guys are working in the lab. I'll say 8 hours pass if any of you have projects you are working on. You could put that time towards something. Around 5 p.m., there would be a bit of a commotion, and Dalreese would be brought in with a bunch of guards keeping an eye on him. He comes over to where the group is and says, all right, now where is this laboratory? And I'll say the envoy is there, and he says, oh, of course, I'll lead you there. And he says, and the Splitlanders will be there with us, yes? And he says, of course, I assume.
He kind of looks at the group. The envoy does. He says,
Yeah,
"What do
yep.
you-" All right. So
Yeah.
he'll go over there and start talking with the other guy as they are starting to share some information. Dalry seems very interested in what they've discovered. But during this time,
Does he
after...
seem to kind of
Does he what?
does he start to relax as he gets interested in the work? Or does he still seem kind of
He's definitely still
like
guarded and maybe a little bit
Mhm.
nervous being here, but he is. It seems like he's sharing more than you were expecting him to, because um, the court researcher, the druid, is very excited to hear some of his findings, and he is actually kind of interested in what the Valor's findings look like. But as he's doing this, after, let's say, like maybe an hour or so, he would walk over to Estrella and say, "Were you able to deliver that painting?"
We have not yet returned to the Grove. We wanted to ensure that you got settled in here. We do intend to shortly, but it might be a day or two.
I
We have it
see.
very safe.
He says, "I would like to ask a favor of you, or maybe the group." He says, "When you see Vareth again, could you try to convince him to let me come and visit?" He says, "I would like to maybe, um, I'd like to maybe help Brenthara. I don't think she is beyond saving.
We
But I
will certainly
don't...
pass on your request, but I will absolutely pass on your request, but I must tell you that he is very nervous since you carry the corruption within you and they are so vulnerable to this corruption.
He would nod and
He does
say,
not want to risk his people.
"I understand." He says, "But the ritual you have, it will not save Brenthara. She is, she is powerful and she has been exposed for too long." He says, "I don't think
I
she has much of
understand.
a chance without me."
Well, that is why we wished for your expertise to be combined with ours in order to. I kind of gesture to the team, the elf team that we're working with, in order to see if we can't, you know, find something that could help uh, her or Zaharathun. We also intend to check in with another ally of ours shortly, but we wanted to ensure that you were comfortable here first.
He says, "Well, I'm trying to be helpful to the court." He says, "But as I said, I do not believe Brenthara will be savable without my expertise. I have an idea of how I might, while not fully decorrupting her, I might at least help get her intelligence back, get her control over the corruption, much like I have."
I'm very glad to hear. Much like you have, interesting. Sorry, I just kind of noted that, but I'm glad to hear that you are focused on helping her, and I hope you'll tell us if there is something that we can do, to further your research.
He looks at you closely and just whispers again, "Convince him to let me help. He will be resistant, but Vareth must understand this is the only way to save her.
I
That
will
is how
ask.
you can help me."
She nods.
Right. And he'll just kind of, and you guys would overhear that, by the way. Everyone's kind of standing there. I mean, he said it low enough
Yeah.
that
Mhm.
only the group would hear it, because he's trying to not
Okay.
have the rest of the, like, court researchers hear all this. But yeah, he'd go back to talking to them.
Okay. So yeah, I would spend the day researching with them, but I would kind of towards the end of the day, it is our wish to continue our work and continue connecting our allies uh, very soon. How long do you require us to
stay here, or do you now feel comfortable to continue working with Flame Grove's team?
So we'll say it's about what time is it? It's about 6, or we'll say 7. Like about 2 hours have passed. He says, "Yes, I think I should be fine here. If you all need to go someplace."
Excellent.
Thank you
Excellent.
again for all you've done.
And we will be back. We will check in very soon. But yes. And so then I would, yeah, I mean, I would go back to the group, just that I would actually when.
So as you are
Can we?
leaving, I'll say, Glenn, you guys are all like super perception. Glenn, Garen, and Estrella, you would notice there are several people outside the laboratory that look like they're doing some kind of gesturing. It could be magic. These look like they are
Uh-oh.
court wizards. Like some of, what's her name's people?
Yeah, I would.
Petunia's.
Well, Lyriel.
What you doing?
So they appear to be in the middle of some kind of chant. They would not answer.
Is there anyone like accompanying them that is not actively ritualing?
I mean, you have the only one here other than the group would be Celera.
Celera, what do you know of this?
She kind of looks over at the several wizards, looks at you, and says, "I'm not versed in magic, though I imagine they might be, I don't know, doing some sort of." She's like, "I don't know, not sure. Perhaps we should go ask my lady."
Yeah, I'm gonna go look
Glenn-
for Lyriel or Thornhelm.
Well, I will say actually, if you are observing them, give me, I'll say Arcana or Nature. Might tell you something here. DC is 18. So, judging by some of their... oh, were you saying something, Glenn? I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was going to say he's just going to go up to one and grab their hands to try and stop him.
All right. So, well, I'll say Estrella, you believe they might be casting or maintaining some kind of ward. Or maybe it's definitely, what is it? Abjuration, the defensive magic. It's definitely an abjuration energy. You recognize some of the ritual. But Glenn, so you walk over and just kind of stop him from whatever he's doing.
Yeah, I just grab his wrist.
So it's almost as if he comes out of a trance and kind of shakes his head and says, "What are you doing?"
Hey, buddy, doing a lot of magical movement there. What's up?
He lowers his voice and says, "We are making sure that the druid's corrupted energies are safely contained in this area." He says he is quite corrupted. I don't know
Will this prevent...
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. No, you can finish it. Sorry.
He says he is quite corrupted. It's something our people noticed when he came in here. But it will not affect him at all. It's just containing, should any of the corruption spread, it is containing it to this area and protecting our people.
He retains his freedom and can leave any time, yes?
He nods and says, as long as, we drop the barrier, yes.
So he cannot leave unless you drop it?
Yes, it's part of how the corruption would be contained, because he is so immersed in it.
This was
or go ahead.
I'm sorry, but this, violates the agreement. If you want his help, you cannot violate his trust in this way.
He says, we had no intention of keeping him here. We were mostly just doing this to keep the spread of the corruption in case something went wrong. It protects mostly
as a precaution,
Go ahead.
it is a wise precaution, but not sharing this with him is, I think, risking the partnership. And I think it is very important that he be party to this research if we wish to make progress.
So he would say, "Well, I'm acting on the orders of Our Lady. If you wish to have this stop, you would have to speak to her."
Yeah.
Ask for permission. Ask for forgiveness, not permission, Estrella. And he just he walks back into where the druids are, studying to go talk to the death druid.
Okay. I'll
All
follow
right.
up, Glenn.
So, yeah, you would see that Dalreese is just talking to some of them, and they're looks like they're working on some kind of corrupted plant at the moment.
Okay. Hey, Del Reese.
Yes, that was quick.
You're just want to give you a heads up. You're like, you do carry corruption, so they put up a barrier around here just to make sure none of your corruption leaks out anywhere else. But that means when you want to leave, you just got to let them know so they can break the barrier. Okay?
He seems a little annoyed. He says, "I was not told of any barrier magics." And some of the druids would say, "We were not told they were doing this either. My apologies."
It's only just happened, so we wanted to inform you immediately.
He says, "Lower your barriers right now." As he starts making his way towards the door. Seems like he's kind of pissed.
Do they listen?
The
No, they're not going to
wizards,
listen. All right, whoa.
What are you gonna do?
Go ahead. I was like, well, look, they have their boss. We can talk to her. We told you ahead of time. Like, that's kind of what
I mean, I would just say that, try and be a little understanding. I mean, you do carry corruption. They're scared. It's just a safety measure. They don't have any bad intention behind it. I do admit it was a bit, it was pretty lame to not tell you about it up front, but I mean, let's not let derail this beautiful arrangement that we have going on. We've already come so far.
Remember why we're here.
Give me a persuasion. I'll say DC is
I say
20.
Can I say I was helping Glenn with that?
You can make a roll as well. Sure.
Nice.
Okay, Glenn's got this.
So he looks like he's about to say something, but then he kind of consciously maybe stops himself and says, "Perhaps this was just a misunderstanding. Very well. I should get back to work." And he gives Estrella almost like a bit of a look, which I guess you can insight.
Sure.
Yeah, it may have been like a, please do what I asked you to do type of look. If
Gotcha.
that makes sense.
So, I'm getting the idea that he might actually have some degree of care for Brenthara, maybe Brenthara and Vareth, and that now learning of her corruption is a motivation for him.
He definitely, if he kept that painting for how long as he did, like he probably, maybe they, you don't know what the story is behind it, but he's probably had that since like they were younger. So you would guess that, yeah, below all the corruption he has like on himself, he probably still has fond like memories of, that relationship.
I would give him a little nod when he gives me that look, and then I will like look to Glenn and be like, "Let's go talk," and I get the others, and
All
maybe return to our room.
So yeah, he just goes back to work. He definitely took that better than you were expecting him to.
I would
yeah.
share with them the little bit he mentioned about how he thinks the only way to save Brenthara is to make her like contain the corruption like he does. Like that bit he mentioned where he said something like me. I would just kind of warn the others like that comment it's possible that he is making it his goal to make her like himself, and that may not be something that she or Vareth would have wanted, you know? So let's just keep that in mind. I just wanted to share with them that little comment he made.
All right. I don't know if anyone says.
I think I
Go ahead.
I have a theory.
Mm-hmm.
I think that he is just as old as Vareth, and I think Vareth and Brentilda, their druidic path led down becoming a treant, and he did not want to abandon his earthly body, and he chose desire, and he found a way to keep his form going, and that was corruption. I think this all starts with them.
I wonder if there might have been either a love triangle or a throuple situation in their youths, if they were all youths together. Considering he held on to that portrait so long.
I think so, either that or perhaps unrequited love.
It's crossed my mind maybe that at least the corruption may have started under his lair, and that might be connected to him somehow. But I didn't really have any sort of...
The intel we got from the Medusas indicated that it may have started, or I'm not sure. It's always possible that Dalreese hasn't given us the correct timeline, but I think from our intel, it might have started in multiple places at once, but it did seem to start underground. Correct me if you recall something different than me.
I wonder if he always...
Go ahead. Sorry.
I wonder if he had the opportunity and the decision to turn into a treant as well, but perhaps he chose otherwise because he did not want to live an eternity of being a third wheel and watching the woman he loved be with another man.
I think...
and so he went another route.
Yeah. I think we should ask when we revisit the Grove. I believe we should ask Vareth about some of this, about some of the history here with Dalreese. I believe that Vareth might be more honest with us than Dalreese, and that might help us determine how to move forward. But for now,
this is the most interested I've ever been in Druids.
Do we want to visit the Medusas tonight when the portal opens? I would say either.
Celia really wants to.
Who does?
Celia really wants to.
She says, "I would like to. I mean, I hate to admit it, but I do worry about our friend down below."
Yeah, and you said they could be good allies.
Put my arm
as
around
well
her
in this.
shoulder.
Yes, I think they could be good allies, and I feel like they did help us quite a bit while we were down there.
I'm also interested to try our new trinket while we're down there to see if it can get us out without having to wait for the 12-hour portal. We'll give it a try when we're there.
Interesting.
Let's deuce it up then.
Alright, so you're going to go through the portal at midnight? Now the question is, are you going to camp down there to sleep, or are you going to try to travel through the night and get exhaustion?
Let's go through the portal and then tiny hut or mansion or something. What do you guys think? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that would be best. I mean, if we're going to help them,
Glenn like just has this like offended look on his face, and is, what the fuck did you say? Tiny hut.
What's magnificent.
What's
Sorry, I was thinking
hut?
about another friend I adventured with for a while. But you know, we were poor back then, you know.
Okay, yeah. As I I thought I heard some gibberish,
It
and
was university years.
We had a tiny hut
yeah,
back then.
yeah. I mean, it's like a tiny hut. That's like the equivalent of a magical Little Caesars hot and ready pizza.
And what's the
It's like
mansion? What's the
sort of
mansion in culinary metaphor? I want to know.
That's like
5-star restaurant.
I
A
don't
Wagyu
Michelin?
steak.
I don't know because I don't
medium
really like
rare.
super fancy. Yeah, I don't really like fancy pizza. So it's like, yeah, it's like that's like some A5 Wagyu steak that like is sliced so thin that it melts in your mouth, literally.
All right.
Apologies.
So
Yes,
midnight.
with caviar on it.
We will say you guys go to the gatekeeper, who will happily let you go through.
Actually, I'm sorry. Could
Oh,
we do one more thing before we pass the time till midnight?
sure.
I would like to go see if I can get an audience with Lariel or Thornhelm, if they're in the keep at the moment.
Who are you talking to?
One of the leadership here, whoever's here that's in charge. I know Titania is usually out, and I don't know if Lariel, Dawn Whisper, or Thornhelm Briarwarden are here.
Oh yeah, so you would find Lyriel sitting on the throne. She will happily speak to you. She says, Estrella, it's so good to see you.
And I don't, if the party came with, you guys are perfectly welcome to come with me. I would have told you what I was doing, but I just wanted to make sure we're aligned on this cooperation with Dauris.
Of course.
I was
She strums.
we discovered your.
She like
Sorry?
strums on her
She strums.
lute and smiles, making a beautiful
We
little tune.
we learned of your Arcanist's barrier, and while we do understand the precaution, it may have jeopardized this cooperation to have done this without telling Dalreese in advance. I believe that we managed to smooth it over, and all is good. But I just want to reiterate, I am trying to bring together the greatest minds I can find who are all intent on fighting this corruption. And while I know there are many differences that have kept you all from being full allies, this may be a temporary cooperation, but I do believe it is in all our best interest to make sure that it is maintained. So I simply want. Go ahead.
She says, I told them to be sure he did not discover the magic barrier. They should have adequately hid it, and they were not to keep him should he wish to leave. It was more a precaution that the corruption would not hurt anyone else. She says,
Again, the precaution is very understandable, but I don't think that doing it in secret was the right choice, and I ask that you please be transparent with him going forward, as I believe that it will improve the relationship.
She smiles and says, I understand. This is a delicate situation we are in here. I think all sides are a little bit unsure of each other, so I will heed this advice and be cautious to not upset our guest in the future. You have my word.
I thank you. I thank you very much for that. And then I would go ahead and tell her about the encounter with Vareth yesterday, and the success of the ritual so far, and just kind of give her an update.
Oh, you tell her of the Elder Treant?
Yes.
He says, or she says, not familiar with Varent, though I'm not usually stationed in this part of the Feywild. But an Elder Treant is a being of fairly impressive power.
Unfortunately, his mate, who is of similar power, is affected by the corruption, and the ritual we have so far is not yet powerful enough to touch her.
And I
but
think everyone's
we
here
hope
just
to
in case
continue.
anyone else wants to, say stuff.
But it is, of course, my hope that as we continue to search for other ways to fight this corruption, that we may still find some way to reach both her and Zaharathun.
Well, I sincerely hope we can find a cure. It would be horrible to lose such a wise and ancient being like an ancient treant, especially one who was turned into, or was an elder druid and then turned into a treant. Their story must be fascinating.
Yes, I would. Yes, I would be most interested in spending more time at his grove. There must be such interesting stories and lore to learn from him, but unfortunately, other priorities press at the moment.
She says, I have lived so
Some other time,
long,
perhaps.
yet I still find myself amazed by the Feywild so frequently, things I didn't know.
Indeed, I have been most fascinated by what I've seen of your realm in the short time I've been here. I spent several, I don't know if it was decades or not, you lose track of time, but I spent quite a bit of time in the astral plane, but perhaps I'd like to visit here when things settle down.
Well, I look forward to that.
Very good. All right, so we plan to return to the Medusas tonight, and then tomorrow we may visit some other allies, but we will continue to check in as often as possible.
Excellent. I shall have my gatekeeper ready to ferry you through. Good luck to you, and I hope we meet again soon. He says, just be careful down there.
I wish you have one of those inspiring songs.
She gives half of a smile and says, perhaps I can be persuaded. Glenn, can you play me a beautiful tune?
What are you in the mood for?
She says, well, something that will inspire your party.
Inspiration.
This log's epic.
What was the effect last time?
I don't even remember. I just remember she blessed us in some way.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the blessing was. Let me see if I can find it in my notes.
He'll play an old song, an old Gaian folk song about a knight who slew a dragon.
Alright, so something a little bit more exciting.
Yes. Something inspiring. A legend. A folk legend, yeah.
Is it just a normal blessing?
I really don't remember. I'm sorry.
Are you talking about when we got aid? Like the
Is that
template?
what
Is that what
it
she
was?
did?
It
Was
was
it
like
an aid spell?
Yeah. It was
I think that's the only thing I remember that we got from her, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds...
I think in my brain I was mixing it up with there's a Raven Queen dress blessing that we got like in another group separately. So like after you asked like what was it, I was like actually I don't remember.
Right.
Although that only lasts 8 hours, doesn't it?
Aid, yeah, it would last 8 hours.
So it's fine.
Question, Glenn. What feats do you have?
Feats, let's see. Features and traits, feats. I have dual wield, warcaster, and then I took inspiring leader for my origin feat.
Oh, why are we not getting
right,
every morning?
We are actually a couple times we have.
I keep forgetting to tell everybody that yes, we're supposed to be getting 10 HP every time we rest.
Oh, you do have Inspiring
Right.
Performer?
Oh, and we have rested a couple
Inspiring
times,
leader.
right?
Inspiring performer?
Or what?
We rested
Inspiring
this
Leader?
morning. Yeah, we haven't done
Yeah, I
anything
have
today.
Inspiring
We
Leader.
should do it full.
Okay. Yeah, I think every rest that gives you like some set amount of temp, right?
Yeah, it's your level plus the
Yeah.
the modifier of the ability that he
So-
raised.
It would be 20 because I've got +4 charisma and we're level 16. So.
Excellent.
Alright, so
I did
as-
have that on my
Um,
sheet, actually, so I guess I just forgot.
Alright, so as you are performing, she begins weaving magic into the air, effectively making Glenn's performance the blessing. As you are all excited by this, gaining, what was it? 10. I think it's 20 HP to your maximums.
So we all gain 20 max HP and 20 temp HP eventually.
No, it's 20 max and 20 normal, and then your temp. Because
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we're all gonna.
So your
Yeah.
maximum would increase by 20. She says
Okay.
that should hold you until the evening tomorrow.
Oh, excellent.
It should last
Extra long
24 hours. She says, good luck with whatever you're doing down there.
All right,
He
thanks.
smiles and he puts his fists on his hips like a Peter Pan pose, and he points at her and says, "I still haven't forgotten. I'm coming for you."
She says, I look forward to the challenge. And gives you a wink. He says,
That's what I want to hear.
Your music is very impressive. I will be hard pressed to keep up. She gives you a bit of a patronizing smile, maybe.
He nods as he is emboldened further just to kick her ass. In music.
I got you. All right.
Got you,
And even with the even with being patronizing, there's still something so charismatic about her. You're just like, yeah, awesome. Just inspires you even by being a little bit, patronizing. But anything else before the group is? Or go ahead.
Yeah, just one. Just because I think we've rested a couple times since the fight in the catacomb or down in the druid's lair.
Yeah.
We've done 1, 2, I think. Since
Oh,
then.
okay. So she would have
Rest.
only been because she would have recovered her heroic inspiration, and then the night after she would have an extra one. So I'm trying to remember to give those to you guys because they're very useful.
Yeah, you give them in the
Yeah.
morning, basically, after the rest.
Okay.
Be like, I already,
Alright.
or I still have mine, so I'm giving it to, yada yada.
Yeah, the first one goes to Glenn.
Yeah, I was gonna say in the morning, me and Usla are just gonna be very inspiring to everybody.
Alright.
You inspire me, and then I'll inspire everybody else.
You guys give each
Yeah.
other a little kiss, and it's so cute that
Yeah.
we're all inspired.
There you go.
Yep.
All right.
But I have to remember to because we're about to rest again, so someone else will get
Oh,
my extra one as well. But just so I don't forget.
Yeah, because
Just
you don't
share.
have to give it to someone. So if you don't give it to someone, it just goes away. You have to
Yeah.
Right.
actively say this is say here you get it.
Nice.
And that's only if you already have one. But in any
Right,
case,
which is why I could only give one
yeah.
for now. Yes.
So you.
I'm glad I
would
can inspire people.
Yeah. You would step through the portal at 12 a.m. on the 40th as the gate is opened. Coming through on the other side. And for now, I'm just going to use the party token. As you step through into the familiar cave.
Okay, any Bahir in the immediate area? I know last time it was.
There's still the dead one, though it looks like she may have brought some of her people back because large portions are missing.
Mm.
But no, you don't see any. At least you don't see any in the immediate area. Looks like you're safe for the time being.
Do we want to do any traveling before we bed down for the night, or do we want to just rest immediately?
How far from here would we need to travel in the morning if we just left
I
here?
think it's 4 hours.
I think it took us
That's too much for us to do tonight, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'd be, yeah,
It is a bit
we'd
of a
be
trek.
exhausted.
Yeah.
So let's let's go ahead and make camp and pass the night, and then we'll head for the Medusa's colony in the morning.
All right. So you're doing
Yep.
a dome, you said?
Remember, Wagyu, not little.
I don't know if you've tried to
Caesars.
access the mansion down here.
Oh.
Yeah, we yeah, because we got to rest in the Medusa's village. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uslag did also find like a kind of a little nook off
Did
to
we
the
come
side
down
that
at
if we want a
12
double
noon the
layer
first
of.
time? Did we come down at midnight or 12 noon the first time?
12 noon, I believe.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
I guess we may not be able to rest, Glenn. Do you want to give it a try?
Sure.
All right. So you would
It's
attempt to
not
open
exactly
the gate,
teleportation.
but it does seem like it's sealed. You're unable to
The mansion?
to open the mansion.
Is this a teleportation circle that I could learn?
No, that's more for flavor. There's just markings there.
All right. Well, maybe we do need to head for the Medusa's outpost.
So that discovering that, you would guess that your cube also will not work down here, because that would be
yeah, I was
like
Makes
a
sense.
what's it called? A world travel type spell.
Yeah, I was gonna try it anyway when we were ready to leave, but yeah, I was not expecting it to work. All right. Well,
If we don't want to
we-
risk traveling there, when we came here before, Uslag did find kind of to the, I think it was over here, like a safe-ish alcove.
Solera
There
would
is
sigh.
a hole in the floor though, which I don't trust.
I could also give us a way to travel quite quickly through the caves, fairly unmolested. If you'd like to travel as clouds, I know it's a little less.
Have you done that before?
We're not able
with
to
this
fly
one?
high. Yes,
yeah,
we
you
did
did.
it across the
Clouds, yeah.
Feywild when we first went to Dalreese. Yeah,
Right.
I remember the
alright,
dragon.
Yeah.
but
so
it
that
would let us travel quite rapidly. It's likely too fast for anything to stop us.
Yeah, it would probably be like 40 minutes instead of 4 hours or something ridiculous.
Do you guys want to give that a try, and then we can rest with the Medusas and decide what to do in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will cast Windwalk.
Alright, so it takes a moment, but you would all turn into clouds. And then you're just gonna go at full speed through the cave. You will have to do some navigating, Uslag. And I would say
Okay.
you would be at disadvantage in this form, because it's all sight-based.
Yeah, that
You
makes
can't
sense.
really
Is
use any-
Celira or Raldo able to help me?
Sure, but they would also be at disadvantage. So yeah, you guys
Okay.
can all attempt. This will also
I
slow
will
you down
use
a bit
a-
since it's not just flying through the air.
Inspiration point. Not my heroic, but my regular, just for the +2.
Okay.
Disadvantage.
No, she's not the best at survival. Oh, good roll though.
Okay, so that's 17 for me. Oh, and her.
All right, so you're still able to navigate fairly well, both remembering some landmarks in the cave and kind of just through your knowledge of how these tunnels flow. I'll say you make it there in about an hour.
That's
At about
pretty good.
1 a.m. You come flying up to the gate. The snake guards would look kind of curiously at the clouds as they come flying up.
I think we'd probably land like a little, not like
Yeah, we
not
don't
like
want
a
to just pop out of nowhere.
yeah, like we'll land like I don't know 60 feet from the gate or whatever, nice and slowly, so they're not like it's not doesn't feel aggressive, and then slowly we take a minute to convert
Right.
to our humanoid form.
So I think this might be a good stopping point before you walk in and figure out what's going on. So why don't we do MVP votes and pick it up next time?
Yep.
Good game, everyone.
Yeah, good game.
Hopefully you weren't craving some combat. We didn't actually get to do any of that game.
Nah, no, we've had a lot of combat over the last couple sessions. That's
Yeah.
not.
Got
And
some
also, we
story.
did
Yeah, a lot
accomplish
of really
a
tough.
lot. We did accomplish a lot today. Like, we went all
Yeah.
over the place.
Got some new juicy tidbits of new characters. A possible love triangle.
So while we're down here, we could try to get another scale, but and give Zaharathun an update and check in on him. But it's quite dangerous, you know. We we had quite an interesting escape last time.
Yeah.
Another thing is, if we did encounter one of the smaller storm coil babies that's corrupted, the problem is getting the ritual off in his presence, you know, without him murdering us. But we could try the ritual that we have on the smaller ones and see how it's working.
I would need a vote, Glenn. I still need yours. Could be a tie. That's why I'm asking. Do we lose Glenn?
Uh-oh.
So interested in the druids.
That was that. There you go. That's what snapping back. Druids, nah.
Can I get a MVP vote from you?
Oh, sure. Easily the
I'll
druid.
let you, you know, go to bed for the evening. Everyone's probably tired. All right, with 3 votes, Estrella is MVP.
Thank you, guys.
Unanimous.
Druid arc. Yes.
Flawless victory.
Druid.
Yeah. Straight, keeping it all together.
Druid arc for
Keeping
the
us on
win.
track.
Hey, the Feywild Druid, you're in your element.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, being a stars druid, I do kind of feel like she's not maybe as in touch with like the treants and the forest and the land like as my other druids, but she definitely still cares about what's going on here, and we've definitely met some interesting beings here, and her curiosity is, yeah. But I think we're making good progress. I think we check in with the Medusas, do what we can if there's anything we can do to help. We could consider maybe trying to cure a small storm coil or even get another scale or two. I don't know. But when we get out of here, I liked the idea of checking in with Archmage Symphony, sharing the intel we have so far. Or we could check in with his team here on the Feywild. The ones
It's
that
kind
are
of funny to see the useless mage.
Yeah.
I always want to call her Malakara because her name's very similar, and I just can't.
I forgot. I was about to do
Remember her
something. I
name.
don't remember her name.
Yeah. All right.
I'm just taking notes, but you guys are free to take off if you wish.
Yeah.
No, my master. All right, good games, guys. Light out.
Yeah. See ya.
Guys.
See you
Bye.
next week.
See you next week. Bye.